everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today we are finally finishing up this chapter of the main story. Before we get started with Back from the Wood from Sylph and Gridania, I do want to give a quick reminder. After this coming Sunday episode, I am going on an extended break. Normally I'd be going on a break anyway because we are at the end of this chapter of A Realm Reborn, so that's when I take my breaks to make sure that I am not getting burned out because this is a very, very long series. It also gives people time to catch up and enjoy the series without needing to feel rushed. But that being said, this break will be extended due to various circumstances. I am finishing up my college degree. I am in the middle of the job hunt. I am about to actually have a final interview just next week, so I've got things lined up, but in case that doesn't work out, I am, job hunting for once I have graduated. And just generally a lot of life transitions as a result of all of that. So, it will be an extended break. After this Sunday episode, you can expect me back hopefully the first Monday of February 2023 if you are watching live. It may take a little bit longer than that, but I will hopefully get back as soon as possible. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with Back from the Wood. Commander Huloi appears to have more to say. Also, haha! Oh, I could have been using these far more liberally than I have been. The Sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the Elder Seedseer to no end. But owing to your efforts, she will be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the Scions of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. And, right on cue, hello? Hello, Satora. Can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. Ida and Papa Limo returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tales of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet, the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. Interesting. What is the present situation? Why did you describe it like that? Alright, since we are returning to the Waking Sands, let's go ahead and use one of those Aetheryte tickets to get right back to Vesper Bay. And if I can be more liberal with the Vesper Bay tickets, maybe I can just go ahead and safely set my home point to wherever we're doing our base of operations for whatever mission we happen to be on? That might work. That might be safe to do given we have so many Aetheryte tickets we're about to have. Alright, Tataru! What is going on here at the Scions? Well, if it isn't my favorite adventure! Welcome back, Satora. Since when am I your favorite? Lady Minfilia awaits you within the Solar. Please enter at your leisure. Alright, let's do it. Head on into the Waking Sands and... before we speak with Minfilia, I'm gonna go ahead and see if there's anything new. Or not. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramuh has finally been resolved. I fear resolved bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim. Yet I am well satisfied that the Lord of Levin will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough, thank for sparing no effort. They are many and one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. I've been meaning to ask, but is Alize quite well? I feel as if I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't, and nor have I, alas. Alize has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be rest assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldesian report will serve you well. Baldesian, God, sorry. I always forget how to pronounce that group's name, and I'm so shamed. I take it we can proceed as discussed. Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. It is good to see you again, Satora. I have been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelves Wood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can strike Ramuh from the list. So who's next? The Sahagin and Leviathan? The Lord of the Whirl has not answered his minion's call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices, for a time at least. For a time bears repeating, we can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Y'shtola says, unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? The Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long, you may depend on it. Indeed. So then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with... Gridania! Wait, I meant Garuda, who is the primal of the Ixal who live near Gridania. Yes, that's what I meant. So many malms to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, we should not have long waited for a more practicable solution. She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? But one sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs, under the sage guidance of the Seedseers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You have earned it. Is there something else, Satora? Yeah, I encountered a strange dark-robed man? Beg pardon, a man named La Habrea, sporting a red mask and robed in black? 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Ascians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to think. Eek! Tataru! A Sylph? In Thanalin? At long last, this one finds walking one, Satora. This one is most dependable of these ones, is sent by Elder One Frixio to help walking ones. This one is called Neuraxia. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. Pleasure to meet you, Neuraxia. I was gonna walk around and check in with all the Scions, and probably still should, and definitely will. but did not expect Neuraxia to show up. I guess we must have left a huge impression on the Sylph Elder, and I appreciate that he really wants to help out. God. Alright then, let's go ahead and check in with the Scions before we go speak to Minfilia. Also, Alphino is apparently close friends with Minfilia and the rest of the Scions. Interesting. Satora, pray do not concern yourself with my welfare. My current investigation has yielded some curious results, and at present I am pondering how best to proceed. Alright, good luck with whatever you're investigating. No one over there, so let's head on over to the main storage area. Hello, Bremond. Excuse me, lass. This might sound strange, but you haven't by chance seen a fellow what looks exactly like me. I'm looking for my twin brothers, see, and I heard they might have come through here. I believe Bremond is the one who introduces you to... I want to say he's the one who introduces you to Gridania? But it's been a while since I did a Gridania starting class, so... They could be dead for all I know. At least it feels like I've been chasing ghosts for an eternity now. Yeah, and at this point we've met all three of the brothers. Oh, we've got a lot of people here now. Oh, wow. First off, hello, Clive. Greetings, Scion. I come on behalf of the students of Baldessian. You may address me as Clive. Is there some reason you are still here? Please carry on. I am not here to see you. Oh, okay. Little bit rude, but okay. Hello there, Biggs and Wedge. How's it going? People in masks cannot be trusted, but Biggs and I wear masks all the time when welding. What's that about? If only Master Garland were still with us. He was a brilliant man, full of life and purpose. Kind and generous, he taught us everything we know about engineering. Though, believe me, he could also be a very hard person to please. He would force us to completely rebuild devices if even a single flaw was discovered. I could only imagine what he'd say if he saw the tiny Bronco. A perfectionist. I mean, at least when his products do come out, they are guaranteed to be flaw-free. We got Leavine. In recent days, I've resumed my training. Idle hands make for idle minds, and painful memories are all too quick to resurface. Yeah, that's a good strategy. Keep yourself busy, but don't forget to give yourselves time to grieve. Hello there, Urianger. Knowest thou the imports of the broken staff within the solar? It fell from the grasp of Archon Louisois, the man who, in his abiding love for all Eorzeans, shielded us against the storm of the calamity. The stars wheel across the heavens, and the skies brighten once more. The survivors gather and ignite a fiery dawn to burn away the glowering shroud. Ah, but Destiny, thou art beautiful. And next up we've got Una Tayun. I'm starting to wonder if it's worth the hassle to prove who he was. I mean, maybe some folk would say, good on you, mate, thanks for fighting to save Eorzea and whatnot. But I reckon most would ask what we've done for him lately, if not spit in our faces for allowing Bahamut to blow up half the goddamn world. Yeah, I mean, you do seem to be trying to lean a little bit hard on reputation from what I've heard. Next, Heribert. There are two types of Alamegans, fools who wish to fight back but know not how, and cowards who've chosen to run from their worries. The young man over there is a striking example of the former. Me, I'm the latter, or couldn't you tell? We'll learn a lot more about Alamigo in due time. Next up, skipping the shops, we've got Neuraxia. Walking ones from Ul'dah have not seen these ones before. This one knows. Still, must walking ones make such screaming sounds when seeing this one's face? This one cannot get a wink of rest. I'm sorry, Neuraxia. Sylphs are definitely uncommon in the area, but that's still incredibly rude. I'll have to talk to Tataru later. I hope that all it is you're surprising them. And hopefully it'll end soon. Look, Neuraxia, I realize that this makes no sense to you, but you must try to be more discreet. Years ago, a law was enacted in Ul'dah whereby... please just trust me and stay out of sight. Uh-oh. That sounds like that could be trouble. Neuraxia and I both wear a mask. We're going to get along famously, I just know it. What What is it with everyone in masks? Hello there, Arenvald. I'm to meet with the antecedents soon to discuss a matter of great import. Aabas thinks it's about my first official mission. I suppose it would be good if it was, yes? I mean, I'm not sure if I'm ready, but still. And Arenvald is the one that Heribert was referring to. Alright, Abba Tia, what you up to? A masked man? I vaguely recall some Amalja ranting about something like that in the middle of a skirmish. Of course, I wasn't listening too closely on account of the fact their friends were trying to kill me. I don't mean to waste your time, friend, but that's the only thing what comes to mind. I guess the news about La Habrea must be spreading, and that's why everyone's uptight about masks. And finally, Y'shtola. As you have doubtless witnessed in your travels, the lands of Eorzea are grasping under the pall of a suffocating darkness. I must wonder if it is this darkness that invites disaster, or simply that disaster has left such gloom in its wake. One thing is for certain, now is not the time to relax our vigilance. Alright, well, the Scions are growing, actually, really quickly. We have double, it feels like. Maybe not quite double, but we have significantly more people than we did just recently. I guess tales of our exploits, especially after Ifrit, is bringing people in. People who want to help, or maybe people who just want in on the glory. Hey Minfilia, how's it going? Yes, Tataru is as ready to express her fright as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see ours continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, Satora, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yet a darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Ascians' presence, but that they have grown so brazen as to carry out their works in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. It is definitely worrying, but I would like to know more about the Ascians at some point. That completes Chapter 2 of A Realm Reborn. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we're going to make a quick trip back to Gridania, I believe. And we're going to be taking on our last crafter for this chapter of the game. We're going to be taking on, not Carpenter, we're going to be taking on Leatherworker. And with that, we'll have all of our level 20 class quests done. After that, we'll have our last Sunday episode of the chapter. And then it's time for a break. I'll see everyone next time if you are joining me for Leatherworker. Or I'll see you in a few months if you're watching live for the continuation of the main story. I'll see everyone next time for that.